Welcome to Pulse of Politics, your go-to channel for breaking global news, deep political insights, and trending international stories, all in simple, clear language. Tensions are rising in the Middle East and beyond as Iran's foreign minister, Seyed Abbas Araghchi, prepares to visit China on April 23, 2025. This diplomatic trip comes at a critical moment, just days before a fresh round of nuclear negotiations between Iran and the United States, scheduled to take place in Oman. This visit could shape the future of Iran's controversial nuclear program, influence global oil markets, and test the balance of power in Asia and the Middle East. In this video, we'll explain what this visit means, why it matters, and what the world should expect in the days to come. Let's break it all down. Who is Seyed Abbas Araghchi? Seyed Abbas Araghchi is one of Iran's most experienced diplomats. He played a central role in negotiating the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, also known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, during the Obama administration. Known for his calm, strategic approach, Araghchi is respected not only in Tehran, but also among international diplomats. Now, he's back on the front lines as Iran tries to rebuild diplomatic bridges and secure better terms for its nuclear ambitions. China has become one of Iran's most powerful international partners. Despite U.S. sanctions, Beijing has continued to import Iranian oil, offer diplomatic support, and invest in infrastructure under the Belt and Road Initiative. This visit is meant to strengthen China-Iran ties ahead of negotiations, coordinate positions on nuclear policy, increase cooperation in trade, defense, and energy. In simple terms, Iran wants to enter the talks with U.S. diplomats while standing shoulder to shoulder with China, a global superpower and permanent member of the UN Security Council. U.S.Iran relations. The relationship between the United States and Iran has been turbulent for decades. But recently, the stakes have risen even higher. Here's a quick timeline. In 2015, Iran signed the JCPOA, agreeing to limit its nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. In 2018, former President Donald Trump pulled the U.S. out of the deal, reimposing harsh sanctions. Since then, Iran has resumed enriching uranium beyond agreed limits. With Trump back in office in 2025, the Biden-era diplomacy has reversed again. Now, Washington and Tehran are preparing for a third round of back-channel talks in Oman, and both sides are digging in their heels. What's at stake? These upcoming nuclear talks are not just about weapons. They're about global security, preventing Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Oil prices. Sanctions on Iran affect global oil markets. Regional stability. The Middle East remains volatile with tensions in Israel, Lebanon, and Syria. U.S. China relations. China's role in these talks adds new geopolitical complexity. Any agreement or disagreement will ripple through the global economy and international relations. China's diplomatic role. China is trying to position itself as a global peace broker. Earlier this year, Beijing helped mediate renewed diplomatic ties between Iran and Saudi Arabia, a major achievement in the region. By hosting Iran before the Oman talks, China is reinforcing its role as a neutral power, challenging U.S. diplomatic dominance, expanding influence in the Middle East. This is not just a bilateral meeting. It's a symbol of changing power dynamics around the world. What are officials saying? According to the Chinese Foreign Ministry, China supports peaceful dialogue and multilateralism. We welcome Iran's foreign minister to Beijing to enhance cooperation and promote regional stability. Meanwhile, Iranian state media reports that Araghchi will meet with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, key members of China's Security Council, officials involved in oil, infrastructure, and trade. Neither side has released a full agenda, but nuclear policy and sanctions relief are expected to top the list. Global reactions and concerns. Israel has already raised concerns, warning that Iran is using diplomacy as a cover for nuclear advancement. Saudi Arabia is cautiously watching, as Iran's alliances could tip regional balances. European nations, especially France and Germany, have urged both Iran and the U.S. to pursue diplomacy, while also relying on China to moderate talks. The United Nations has welcomed any movement toward renewed dialogue, saying a peaceful resolution to the Iranian nuclear issue is in everyone's interest. There are three possible outcomes from these events. Progress toward a new nuclear deal, China's influence, could pressure both sides to agree on key compromises. A diplomatic breakdown if Iran demands too much, or if the U.S. holds firm on sanctions, the talks could stall or collapse. An unexpected third-party intervention, Russia, Turkey, or Gulf nations might step in to shape the process or protect their own interests. Either way, this visit to China will be a major test of Iran's strategy and China's growing role on the world stage. As Iran's foreign minister lands in Beijing, the world is holding its breath. Will this visit lay the groundwork for peace? Or will it push the U.S. and Iran even further apart? For Iran, China is not just a trade partner, it's a shield and a lever of influence. And for China, this visit is a chance to play peacemaker in one of the world's most sensitive conflicts. One thing is certain. The next few days will shape the future of diplomacy, security, and power in the Middle East and beyond. Stay with Pulse of Politics for full coverage.